Good morning. In this Christmas season, we're looking at the different stories that relate to Jesus' birth and his early childhood. And we're going to look at the three wise men because we're focusing on the different people, characters that were in the stories. So let's go in our Bibles to Matthew chapter 2, verse 1. It says, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea, during the time of King Herod, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem and asked, where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star in the east and have come to worship him. When King Herod heard this, he was disturbed, and all Jerusalem with him. When he had called together all the people's chief priests and teachers of the law, he asked them where the Christ was to be born. So we now have three wise men that have come from the east. Now they would not have come alone. They would have come in a grand caravan. So there may have been 15, 30, 100 people with them in this grand caravan. Because the wise men, or some would say that they were Eastern rulers, or that they were astrologers. Different people, different theologians call them different things. But for our story, let's call them the three wise men. The gifts they were bringing were of significant value. They would not have traveled by themselves. They arrive into Jerusalem. They arrive and they're talking to King Herod because King Herod is the ruler over that area. And they're wanting to know, where is this king that is born? We followed a star. There is no one else that has been born that has had a star just for them. This young man, this child must be extraordinary. He must be super special. And of course, King Herod is he's thinking, well, if this king gets any traction, then I am going to no longer be king. So I need to find out who this is, where he is. So he calls in all the chief priests, all of the teachers, the theologians, all of the people who would be in the know. And it says that King Herod, all of the religious leaders, and all of Jerusalem were disturbed. Now, here's something I find very interesting. Wise men will seek out Jesus, but the crowd seeks sensationalism and will never put forth the effort to actually get the prize. They're content with hearing that someone else gets the prize. They are content with just hearing the news. Okay? We watch the news, whatever news channel you watch. There is a thing called ratings. The more sensational the news is, the higher the ratings. The higher the ratings, the more money they can get for the commercials. So it's a money game in sensationalizing the news. But the crowd really just wants to be tickled. They don't really want to make a change based on what they hear. But wise men know how to mix through the sensationalism and press in and get what God has got for them. So I'm challenging you. I am encouraging you. You be that wise man. You be that wise woman that steps forward, that moves past the everyone's disturbed and moves into seeking Jesus. Now it tells us in verse 9 of Matthew chapter 2 that after they had heard the king, they went on their way, and the star they had seen in the east went ahead of them until it stopped over the place where the child was. When you go seeking after Jesus, Jesus will help you in him being found. It says, when they saw the star, they were overjoyed. When you seek Jesus, he will be found. And when he is found, you will be overjoyed. If you're not overjoyed yet, maybe you've asked Jesus into your life. Maybe you don't know him to the level that you need to. I can tell you that when you recognize that Jesus is your Lord and he is your Savior, when you recognize what he has done for you, when you recognize what Jesus has done through the cross, the burial, the resurrection, you will be overjoyed to be in the presence of Jesus, because there is fullness of joy. So I want to encourage you, be a wise woman, be a wise man, and seek after Jesus. Now, tomorrow, we're going to look at the second part of the wise men's story, and that is where they actually meet Jesus. Have a great day.